What's up? It's your boy 90s Star Wars Kid, and today we're here with the last Jump to Lightspeed Carbonite box that I had on my shelf. I had a number of them and also Legends of the Forest Carbonite boxes, but I've sold all those on eBay, and this is the last one, and I decided to open it instead of sell it. So let's see what's inside. What are we chasing today? Well, because this is a showcase, or not showcase, because this is a Carbonite box, we are certainly chasing a showcase. We are also chasing a serialized card. And in terms of prestige cards, the best prestige card is a tier 2, well, ideally tier 3 serialized, but at least a tier 2 Amidala. Amidala is the most in-demand legendary in the base set, but also the most in-demand prestige card because it's the best looking. So let's see if we can hit on any chases in this Carbonite box of Jump to Lightspeed. Here we go. One, two, three, flip. No showcase on pack one. We've got a hyperspace wedge. And then into our foils, we have twin laser turret, rogue class starfighter, tandem assault, Skyway Cloud Car, uncommon Banshee, Poe Dameron, a rare The Invisible Hand, and I believe the next one is our Prestige, and it is a Tier 1 Fireball, which is a disappointment on the Prestige side. Then, in terms of our hyperspace cards, we have common Bunker Defender, Republic Y-Wing, TIE Bomber, uncommon Hera Syndulla, uncommon Retrofitted Airspeeder, a common Hyperfoil Direct Hit, and a rare Hyperfoil IG 2000. So nothing too impressive there in pack one. No showcase, no legendary. Let's see what we've got here. 1, 2, 3, flip. And we have just a Hyperspace Asajj Ventress. In our common foils, we have Onyx Squadron Brute, Rebellious Hammerhead, Resistance Blue Squadron, Indoctrinated Conscript. In the uncommons, we have Decimator of Dissidents, we have I Have You Now, then we have a rare No Glory Only Results, that's a somewhat valuable card, followed by somehow, oh no, it's stuck to our No Glory, followed by a Tier 2 Blue Leader. I was checking all the shine on here to see if maybe there was some gold, which would have been the Tier 3, would have been the serialized, but no, just a Tier 2 Blue Leader. Then into the Hyperspace Commons, we have a Prototype TIE Advanced, we have an Outer Rim Outlaws, Adept Arc 170, uncommon Poe Dameron, we have a legendary Hyperspace Han Solo, that's a good one, Hyperfoil Dilapidated Ski Speeder, and a Hyperfoil Houndstooth, which is not so good. There are a gazillion Houndstooths out there. Decent looking cards, but not really worth anything. All right, 1, 2, 3, flip. Hyperspace Akbar, no showcase. Common foil, Contracted Jumpmaster, Bosk, Dedicated Wingman, uncommon Silver Angel, Hunting Aggressor. Into the awful, terrible rare bases, we have a rare foil Lake Country, followed by a rare foil Rampart, followed by a Tier 1 Von Regs Interceptor as our prestige card, our second Tier 1. Then in terms of our hyperspace cards, we have a common Death Space Skirmisher, Jedi Light Cruiser, K-Turn, uncommon Decimator of Dissidents, Spotlight No Disintegrations, a common Hyperfoil Focus Fire, and an uncommon Hyperfoil Mist Hunter. Not much of anything to write home about in that pack. All right, we're on to pack 3. It looks like... No, we're on to pack 4. Yes, on to pack 4. That was pack 3. We're on to pack 4. 1, 2, 3, flip. Hyperspace Thrawn, no showcase. Common foils, Royal Security Fighter, System Shock, Phoenix Squadron A-Wing, Guerrilla Soldier, uncommon Blue Leader, Mist Hunter, Legendary Shadowcaster, unfortunately not worth anything, and then we had a tier 2 blue leader, and now we have a tier 1 blue leader. I do wish that they did better with avoiding duplicates. I mean, maybe some people like getting tier 1 and tier 2 of the same card for, to complete the set. But I feel like with a $200+ box, I'd like to get as much variety as I can. Into the hyperspace cards: Repair, Resupply Carrier, Zygerian Starhopper, Wingguard Security Team, In the Heat of Battle, then a Hyperfoil Death Space Skirmisher, and a Hyperfoil Apology Accepted. Not much in there to write home about either. Pack number 5, here we go. 1, 2, 3, flip. Hyperspace Luke, no showcase. In terms of our common foils, we have ATDP Occupier, Fleet Interdictor, Homestead Militia, Never Tell Me the Odds Spotlight card, Gold Leader, War Juggernaut. Our rare is an Eject, and we have a tier 1 Annihilator. At least it's a big ship, but it sure would have been nice to get that in a tier 2, and even nicer to get that in a tier 3. Then our hyperspace cards: Swarming Vulture Droid, Shoot Down, Dornian Gunship, Boba Fett Rare. We have a hyperspace rare Victor Leader. That's good, worth about $5 to $6. Then we have in the hyperfoils a common prototype TIE Advanced and a rare Moff Gideon. All right, pack number 6. This is halfway through. 1, 2, 3, flip. Hyperspace Rose Tico, no showcase. In our foils, we have Swarming Vulture Droid, Diversion, Solistan Spacer, Perimeter ATRT, Leia Organa, Retrofitted Airspeeder, and a rare Corporate Defense Shuttle, which is useless. And then we have a Tier 2 Von Regs Interceptor. So this is the second duplicate that we've had. We now have 2 Von Regs TIE Interceptors and 2 blue leaders out of 1 box. In our hyperspaces, we have Cloaked Star Viper, Veteran Fleet Officer, Coordinated Front, Frisk. We have a hyperspace Fetz Fire Spray, which is a beautiful card. Let me bring that up to the camera there. Not really worth anything, but it is a beautiful card, one of the best looking in the set. Then we have a hyperfoil Swarming Vulture Droid and a hyperfoil Dengar. All right, we're into the second half, the back half of the box. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, flip. Hyperspace Vader, no showcase. In terms of our foils, we have Attack Run, Special Forces TIE Fighter, Bunker Defender, Zygerian Starhopper, Contracted Hunter, You're All Clear Kid, and a rare 9 nub. And our prestige is serialized 005 Tantive 4. There we go. We at least hit 1 chase in the box, ladies and gentlemen. And I just realized now, some of you probably caught this at the very beginning. I said Amidala is the hit. In my mind, I'm opening up a Secrets of Power box. This is JTL. There is no Amidala. So go back and scratch that. It took me until now to connect what I was saying. I guess what would be the legendary hits in this one? I guess Planetary Bombardment is the best we could do on legendaries in this set. But we did hit a serialized number 005, so a very low number. Not as good as like a 004 Tantive 4, but we will take it. That is a hit, tier 3. Then into the hyperspaces, we have Rebellious Hammerhead, Focus Fire, Swarming Vulture Droid, Commence Patrol. We have a hyperspace Sabine's Masterpiece. That's a good looking card that probably goes for $10 to $12. Then a hyperfoil Piercing Shot and a hyperfoil Director Krennic. All right, 5 packs to go. We've hit the chase serialized. Can we hit a showcase, ladies and gentlemen? Can we hit a showcase? 1, 2, 3, flip. No showcase there. In terms of foils, we have Interceptor Ace, Shuttle Tidarium, Determined Recruit, Scouting Headhunter, R2-D2, General Hux, into another awful rare foil base Colossus, and then we have a tier 2 Mist Hunter. A tier 2 Mist Hunter. And that, let's see, we expect to get, that might be all the tier 2s. Sorry, I've messed up my piles here. I was supposed to be going tier 1, tier 2. Instead, I started pairing them based on duplicates. So in terms of tier 1 versus tier 2, we have probably pulled all the tier 2s we're going to get. I think typically you get 4 to a box. If you count the tier 3 as a foil, we have 4. So maybe one more if we're lucky. We'll see. So anyways, into our hyperspace cards, we have Electromagnetic Pulse, Crackshot, V-Wing, Desperate Commando, and Salvage. Then we have a legendary, the Starhawk, unfortunately worthless. Then a hyperfoil Cloaked Star Viper and a hyperfoil Wingman Victor 2. All right, fourth to last pack. We're chasing a showcase at this point. 1, 2, 3, flip. Hyperspace Vader, no showcase. Then we have a foil Swarming Vulture Droid, X-34 Land Speeder, Landing Shuttle, Apology Accepted, In Debt to Crimson Dawn, and a rare Super Heavy Ion Cannon, followed by a rare IG-2000, followed by a Tier 1 Razor Crest. That's a Tier 1 because, again, we may not get another Tier 2. At most, we're going to get one more Tier 2. In our hyperspace cards, we have Quasar TIE Carrier, Clone Pilot, Captain Tarkin, Jump to Lightspeed is a rare, They Hate That Ship is a rare, Hyperfoil Hopeful Volunteer, and a Hyperfoil Rare Eject. So multiple rares in there. Unfortunately, none of those rares are worth anything. Third to last pack, chasing a showcase. 1, 2, 3, flip. Hyperspace Admiral Trench, no showcase. In our foils, we have TIE Bomber, Fight Fire with Fire, Adept Arc 170, Kamogala Heavy Fighter, Biggs Dark Lighter, Chimera, into a legendary foil Executor. I wish this card was worth something. It looks like it should be. It's a big ship, but this big ship is not worth anything. And then we have a Tier 2 legendary, the Ghost. So we did have one more Tier 2 waiting for us in this box, but unfortunately it is only the Ghost. In our hyperspaces, we have a Skyway Cloud Car, System Shock, CR90 Relief Runner, Page Tico, Contracted Hunter, Hyperfoil All Wings Report In, and a Hyperfoil Legendary Annihilator. Again, a big ship that is not worth anything, unfortunately. Maybe $1. It's almost worth nothing. Second to last pack. We're getting close to the end here. Probably won't pull a showcase, but 1, 2, 3, flip. Oh my gosh, and there's a showcase. Oh my gosh. Admiral Piet. It just so happens that my primary deck is an Admiral Piet deck, and it just so happens I've already purchased this showcase. So it looks like I might be selling this one, but we did get a showcase. That means we got a showcase and a serialized. We hit 2 of the 3 chases. We hit the 2 most important ones, a showcase and a serialized. So we will take that. That's about as much as you can ask from a single box. From there, obviously nothing's going to match that, but in our foils, we have Academy Graduate, Piercing Shot, Fett's Fire Spray, Corellian Freighter, Wingman Victor 3, Heartless Tactics, and a rare Cassian Andor, followed by a Tier 1 Red Leader. Now let's see. The previous ones were Blue Leader, so that one's now a Red Leader. Then in our hyperspaces, we have Kajimi Patrollers, Blade Squadron B-Wing, Occupier Siege Tank, Leia Organa, a rare Seasoned Fleet Admiral, into a Hyperfoil Independent Smuggler, and a Hyperfoil Decimator of Dissidents. We now move on to the final pack. There's not really any final pack luck we can ask for because we've already hit the luck. But let's see. 1, 2, 3, flip. Hyperspace Von Reg. And then in our foils, we have All Wings Report In, Techno Union Transport, Out the Airlock, Dornian Gunship, Bo Shek, a rare It's a Trap, a rare Allegiant General Pride, and a Tier 1 Silver Angel. So we were right about those Tier 1 versus Tier 2 numbers. In the hyperspaces, we have Evasive Maneuver, Fleet Interdictor, Heartless Tactics, Von Reg's TIE Interceptor, a legendary The Ghost, and then hyperfoils we have Rebellious Hammerhead and Trace Martez. So in terms of base set cards that maybe we wanted to hit, We did not hit a planetary bombardment, which is, I think, far and away the most valuable legendary in the set. Let me bring our prestige cards together and show you what we did get. So we didn't have really any base set hits, but here are the prestiges. Let's see where we ended up here. So we have these are the tier 1s first. Silver Angel, not worth anything, I don't think. Red Leader, maybe a few bucks. Razor Crest, not worth anything. Blue Leader, maybe a few bucks. We have a tier 1 Annihilator. I don't remember if that's going for any money. The base set Annihilator maybe goes for $1, so maybe this one's like $5 or maybe $10 if we're lucky. A tier 1 Von Reg's Tie Interceptor. I don't think that's going for anything. Tier 1 Fireball, I don't think is going for anything. Maybe a few bucks. Then we get into the tier 2s. We have the Ghost. Maybe 5 to 10. Again, I haven't looked up prestiges because I haven't opened a Carbonite box in a while now, but very few, pretty much only the serialized prestiges are worth much of anything. But we have the Ghost. We have then the tier 2 version of Von Reg's Tie Interceptor. We have a tier 2 Mist Hunter. And then we have the tier 2 Blue Leader, which unfortunately had a little bit of glue on there, but I think it comes off. Tier 2 Blue Leader. Of course, the hits for our box are as follows. The chase cards. We have an Admiral Piet, Showcase Leader, and a Tantive 4 serialized. So all in all, that should be a good box. I think these two cards, the value of these two cards combined probably covers the box, I think. I'll have to check check on TCG Player to see where these are currently sitting, but I think it covers the value of the box. And if so, then you can't complain about that. All right, well, that is the last Carbonite box on my shelf for a while. I'm going to continue farming the regular booster boxes. So those videos have been sprinkling out. They'll continue to come out from various sets. And other than just farming the regular boosters, we're all just waiting for a Lawless Time to come out where we'll buy up a bunch of more regular boxes, maybe some Carbonites, some Spotlight decks, and we'll cover all that in the coming, within a couple months. But until then, we're just farming those regular boosters to get all those legendaries out of there. So until the next video, I'm a 90s Star Wars kid. I'll see you later.